today we are making a coconut, banana, blueberry powder stuff. Well, with greens smoothie.
That's right. My daughter Anaya and I are back to make a smoothie. Smoothies are great when you have, you just want extra energy
and you have loose tooth.
That's right. She's got a loose tooth.
My first tap.
I know. Well, I love smoothies in the morning.
I used to drink my mom's smoothies.
That's right. She used to drink my smoothies. When she was a baby, I used to have her in the infant carrier on me, and I'd be holding a smoothie, and if it had a straw in it and I'd turn around, the smoothie was gone because she had sucked it all through the straw. But I love smoothies in all times of day. Actually, I use them not just in the morning, but after a workout. They just are a great way to pack in the nutrition and also to have pre-digested food. That's one of the best things about having a blender or a food processor and doing and putting things in like greens into them or bananas, but because the food's pre-digested and we don't chew enough to really digest fully, and so it's really a great way to incorporate the nutrition into our body. So today we're going to be making one of my special ones that I love with coconut, and we're using fresh coconut. Now, I see these at the grocery store all the time. I love coconuts. You love coconut, right?
I like coconut water, not the meat.
That's true. You love the water. You used to like the meat when you were little. I love both the water and the meat. I think this is one of the best sources of energy. The electrolytes in the water just really hydrate you, and the meat provides the right type of fat. And so this is a treat. These are expensive. I don't buy them all the time, but I really love coconuts. They're good not only for the energy that you might get throughout the day, but they're also really good for anybody who does any sort of medicine work or any sort of deep healing work. It's really good for integration. Astral traveling, meditation, anything like that. It's really, really good for integration. And I love coconut afterwards because the fat really helps your nerves, and you just feel that difference. You feel that goodness. So we're going to start by using this coconut. Now, I have already opened up this coconut. Now, you can look on the internet for all these different ways to open up a coconut. I'm not comfortable with using a big knife. I have this tool called the Cocoa Jack, which I just ordered online.
No, you've been using this since I was 2.
Yeah, all I mean is I didn't just order it. Thank you for always watching my words. But I ordered it online, and it's called Cocoa Jack. I don't know if you can read those words, Cocoa Jack. And it has a top like this that is, that you put on top, and you just basically hammer it in. It's a great way to easily open up a coconut. And
this is to scrape the meat out.
Yeah, so it comes with this to scrape the meat out. You can also just use a spoon. But if you find a pre-opened coconut, that's great. But I highly recommend just getting them whole and closed, because that way you're just preserving all the nutrients and freshness, and you're not allowing it to be exposed to air and light and getting all, the loss of the antioxidants. Okay, so let's take the blender down. You want to open up the top?
Indeed.
Okay, I'm going to pour this water in.
All of it?
All of it. I'm making a big smoothie here. Now, you're welcome to make some and then save it for later. We're going to have 2 people here. So with this, I just love this meat. I can just eat it like this. Little top. You want to try some? No, you sure?
Okay. But the next coconut is for us.
Okay. You mean just to drink the water?
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough. So what I do is I just scrape the meat out of the coconut. And, what I really like about this tool is you can get long spirals of meat. And then you just want to make sure you pull off any shells so that, it's not going to hurt you. But there's usually, it comes off pretty easily. Now, this coconut meat contains a lot of good fats, as I mentioned, and some of these include, the types of fats that are really important, not only for us to integrate, like it's really good for our brain, it's really good for our skin, really good for so much of our body, but it helps to lower the bad cholesterol and and just have the good cholesterol in our body. But I think what's really also important is that this type of food can keep us full longer, and it gives us more endurance. So I really like this before my workouts, and I'm going to go on a nice long hike today, and so this is a great kind of super drink to have before a hike. So again, I'm just pulling out the meat. I've gotten most of the coconut out, and what I suggest is that you use as much as you can, because not only is it just good to have it all, but this is what makes coconut milk. I don't know if you've ever heard of coconut milk. Very different from coconut water. It's like what you might get in a can to use in stir fries and curries and things like that. But coconut milk is basically the water and the fat mixed together. Now, if you're getting a can of coconut water, which is also really good, they're typically using the young green coconuts that are, there's no meat on the inside. So that's just a different variety of coconut. Still get a beautiful amount of electrolytes and stuff in your body. Okay, so what else is going to go into this? You said
banana.
Now, with banana, we are going to do something a little different. Of course, you can peel the banana and put it in, but this banana has been washed, and I bet you didn't know that banana peel is actually really good for you. You can eat banana peel?
Yeah, because I've seen you do the bacon.
That's right. I have some recipes with banana peel. So all I'm going to do is, after washing this banana, now it's an organic banana, so it hasn't been sprayed, it doesn't have anything bad in it, but I'm cutting off the ends, and then that way, it has all the good stuff. So the banana peel has a lot of fiber in it, really good for our digestive system, and it's really good for lots of other aspects of our health and wellness, including skin, but it's not that high fiber content. So here I have not peeled the banana, I've just cut off the ends and I'm putting it in. Now, other things that I always love to put into my smoothies are greens. Like, we think of smoothies as being fruits and maybe, peanut butter and things like that. Greens are a great way it's great to incorporate greens into our smoothie, because again, it's that pre-digestion, being able to have it all in there. Yeah, well, we're just gonna put it in like this. You can cut them if you like. She's gonna give it a quick cut. But she was just asking to cut the greens, and that's totally fine. You can do whatever you like with them. You can also use cruciferous vegetables. Here I'm using dandelion greens. So dandelion greens are a type of green that I don't incorporate into my diet routinely. And so it's really great to mix up your variety with something like a smoothie, because if it's something that you don't necessarily cook as much, if it's something that you don't think about as much, it's a great way to get the nutrition of that. Dandelion really is good for getting a good health in our kidneys, and so for our urinary tract. And so I like to put dandelions in my smoothies for that reason. Cruciferous vegetables are really good for us. So those are the cabbages, the kales, and you can put whatever green you like in there. But like I said, I like to do the greens that I don't typically eat or cook on a regular basis. So we can just stick that all in. We're also going to put blueberry. So blueberries are so good for us, antioxidants, etc. Anything you can imagine. The fiber content. And when we sweeten things, I like to sweeten it with using whole foods. So in this case, we're using banana and blueberry. Now, if you find your smoothie that you're not as happy with, good job. If you're not as happy, that's fine. If you're not as happy with the sweetness of it, just add some more blueberries. It's a great way to go about it. And what I learned is that, for blueberries, that the skin is really good. So of course you want to buy organic, always, again, for the spraying of the pesticides and everything like that. But wild blueberries, now you can get blueberries fresh, but frozen is actually really good. And they found that there's no loss of nutritional content frozen. And when you get the wild blueberries, there's a greater, skin to flesh ratio, and you get more of those antioxidant properties. So we have the blueberries in there. We have the coconut. We're going to add now flax meal. So let's first talk about flax seeds. So flax seeds, you get whole flax seeds. and I store everything in my jars. But these whole flax seeds are really hard to digest because of the tough shell that they have. So what you want to do is to be able to grind the flaxseed into a flax meal. And I use a coffee grinder that I keep specifically for that. You can try to put the whole flaxseed into a Vitamix. It doesn't grind as fine, so I like to grind it in advance. Of course, you can buy already pre-ground flax meal. Now, I like to use this for baking, but I don't necessarily put it into the smoothie because you're not getting the good essential fatty acids, the oils, everything that you want out of a flax meal. And it's lost when it's pre-ground. So I typically like to just make small batches of ground flax seed. So here's the flax meal. Go ahead, put it all. Now, this is another magic superfood that we're gonna add in. Oop, yeah, all gone. Thank you. Spirulina. Yeah, you wanna smell this? Take it, just smell it first. It's a very potent smell. Spirulina. This is a blue-green algae. It is considered one of the most nutritious. Okay, be careful with this because it's really powdery. No, it's just really powdery. Let's put about a spoonful like that. Spirulina is considered one of the most nutritious foods on Earth. It is one of the oldest foods on Earth. Blue-green algae has been around. I mean, algae is one of the first forms of life, right? And what it has is the protein content of an egg. It's got essential fatty acids. It has got minerals. It has iron. It has copper, so good for our blood and circulation. It has everything that we need. And so because spirulina has such a pungent smell, you could smell that, and the taste is unique. So I like to put it into things that are going to have that taste covered up. And so a smoothie is a great way, especially one like this, where now we've got the good fats, we've got a whole bunch of greens in there. I'm actually gonna add in the kale, why not? Yeah. Okay, so when I add in kale, what I do is I like to take the stem off. What do I save the stems for?
You save the stems for like this little bag you have?
And what do I do with that bag at the end of the week?
Fire
No, I do soup stock. Soup stock. It's I make a vegetable soup stock, and I do it by using the leftover vegetable parts that we would throw away. And you might see that in another video of mine. So I'm adding cruciferous in there. Cruciferous is always good. I eat a lot of cruciferous vegetables, but as I mentioned, that because it's, we're going to be pre-digesting it in the smoothie, might as well add it in. There are certain foods that are so good for us that we should have a lot of, and cruciferous vegetables is one. So the last thing that I am going to add, I believe this is the last, we are going to add some hemp hearts. So hemp hearts are the hemp seeds. And again, like flax, like some of these other seeds, they're giving us the good essential fatty acids. Now, for a vegetarian and vegan like myself, it's really good to get certain things, the essential fatty acids, and then B vitamins. So we have B vitamins in the spirulina. Now, spirulina does not contain vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 we get from bacteria. Go ahead, put it all in. Vitamin B12 we get from bacteria. So that's going to be coming from the dirt. Now, we can talk about that in that sense of you want to make sure it's like good dirt, and, you can make sure that your vegetables are being grown in really good dirt. Then you get it from nutritional yeast. So I also add a little bit of mushroom powder. Now there's lots of different types of mushroom powders out there. I'm using one that I got from a company called Rama Blends that was recommended to me by one of my Richie friends. You want to make sure that the mushroom blends that you're getting, there's so many powdered mushrooms out there. There are so many sources of it. Now, you just want to make sure that the mushroom, you want to just be careful with your fingers there, please?
Trust me.
All right. You just want to make sure that the mushrooms are being grown here. They can be farmed. It's totally fine. They have little farms of mushrooms. you just want to make sure they're being grown really well. There's been, a lot of import of mushrooms from other countries. And they're just, they're grown with metals. And so you want to make sure that these are good quality mushrooms. Otherwise, you're losing the benefit that mushrooms give you. Mushrooms have been shown to really improve overall health in so many ways. And you can see that, there's been an exponential growth in the amount of mushroom extracts, powders, foods that are out there. Eat them fresh, eat them powdered, eat them in every way. I'm adding a little bit of mushroom powder to this. So this one has lion's mane, maitake, gotu-kola, shiitake, any mushroom powder is fine. Each mushroom has different benefits and different nutritional profile. And you want to have a variety of mushrooms in your diet. There's lots of different companies out there. If you just look at the grocery store, you'll be amazed at how many you can find. And it's probably going to be more in a specialty grocery store. All right, why don't you go ahead and add that in? And so we can blend this up. It doesn't need to be so small because it's going to get ground up in there.
I know. I'm just making it easier for the job.
Oh, that's really nice to treat the blender so nicely. The last thing that you can consider adding is MCT oil. MCT are medium chain triglycerides. These are short, medium chain fatty acids that are, again, this is to improve the good cholesterol and reduce the bad cholesterol. So coconut actually does have some MCTs. Now, if you found that you didn't get enough coconut meat, anything like that, you can add some extra MCTs. This is really good for endurance. It's also really good for maintaining, weight because you are going to feel full longer. There are people, you have bulletproof coffee. You can add MCT oil to the bulletproof coffee. I'm just going to stick a little extra in. It can't hurt. There we go.
No, I didn't see any come out.
Yeah, a little bit came out. because we have the coconut, so there's not need for too much. All right, so we have the coconut water, the coconut, the banana, the blueberries. We have flax meal. We have hemp hearts. We have spirulina. We have dandelion greens, kale. Let's blend this up. All right, let's make sure that top is on nicely. So I recommend high-speed blenders because that way you're going to break down all of that fibrous component. NutriBullets, we have a Vitamix here. All right, so let's turn it down. You're going to turn it on.
Okay, that's down.
Yeah.
Now on.
There you go. Now turn it up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going, keep going, keep going all the way. Turn it all the way around. Good job. So you want to blend until there's nothing there.
Hey, spirulina, please.
Come here. What did he say?
It's spirulina, please.
All right. So we're going to turn it slowly. You go a little faster than that. One way. You don't want to burn. You don't want to burn the motor on that. All right. So blended, just for a couple of minutes until it's completely smooth, and we're going to try this out. Now, if you find that you didn't like the taste of it because maybe you added too much spirulina, or just add some more blueberries, add some more banana. That is really good.
I'll pour myself.
You might,
I can pour myself.
yeah. I like the taste of spirulina. You might find this a little bitter.
I hope I don't. I remember this.
Yeah. So I encourage you to make some smoothies with just some various components that maybe you don't think about. Like I said, this is a wonderful, super smooth smoothie using coconut, just trying something different. So have a wonderful time. Great before a workout, great after a workout. Any time of day, this will be a good snack. Sometimes I make the smoothie as a snack because if I want something sweet without having something bad, this will keep me full for a long time.
It needs more banana.
More banana? We can add more banana for you. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and please subscribe and like this channel. We'll have lots of cooking tutorials, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye.
P.S. We might see you again in a couple weeks. Bye.